hypergamy goes both ways. Men monkey branch too. It's called being immature. Because I've done this myself. I haven't had the extent of what women have when it comes to like attention, being bombarded with all these different guys on dating sites, but I did fairly well for my status. Being a single father at the time, and I'm not trying to brag or nothing, I'm just trying to prove a point that it does go both ways, because I rag on women and stuff, but like it does go both ways. I had a taste of texting like 6 women at the same time, having multiple screw buddies. I talked to plenty of women who would have been good candidates to settle down with, but I always wanted more, and it filled my ego. Some of it was trying to forget about somebody too. That was part of it. But the hookup culture was always like wanting more, and the actual, god damn this stupid thing, the actual act of sex was cool, but for me it was more about the hunt and a woman making herself available to me that fed my ego, because I would be doing the sexual thing and kind of honestly at times get bored with it. So the monkey branching thing, the whole hypergamy thing, it does go both ways. A lot of these red pill coaching gurus talk about, like, they're so obsessed with young women because yes, they're more fertile, but the thing is with young women is, especially nowadays, is it's ignorant to think that they don't have a high body count as soon as they're 18. Think that they're more feminine. They might be, because women do get more masculine the older they get, just like men get more feminine the older they get. But to think that a young woman's going to be more emotionally available to you is pretty ignorant, and they ignore what's really going on. See, a woman in her 40s can make herself look good if she has taken care of herself, not partied all the time, not done a lot of tanning, taking care of her skin. Women in their 40s can look good. And guys can be like, oh, she hit the wall. Well, they do themselves up. They have to try harder like an 18-year-old doesn't really have to try hard, or 23-year-old, whatever. They don't have to really do any makeup to make themselves look good because they're young. But a woman in her 40s can look good. And these guys are like, well, they're just lying. They're lying. A lot of these guys, these red pill guys, are lying when they say they wouldn't entertain the thought of being with that woman. You get these PUA guys who sit here and they rag on women's being promiscuous, but they are themselves, and they are creating the sluts, and then they complain about there's no good women, no good quality women to invest in. Well, what are you doing, man? what example are you setting? Rollo Tomassi, I like Rollo Tomassi. He says a lot of good things. And I understand the whole idea of one nightish. You get, you settle down with one woman, and all you can think about is pleasing her, and then she gets turned off. And he says, spinning plates when you're with somebody, but I guarantee this dude's not spinning plates being married. He's not like associating with other women. A lot of these guys are just, they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell a book, they're trying to sell a product, they're trying to sell a course. And that's what you have to go into with these guys. They have some really good advice, no doubt. A lot of them have helped me out personally. But you have to understand that these people, all they talk about is the same thing, because they're just trying to sell a product. That's all anybody does anymore. I got a book out, but I ain't sitting here like, buy my book, subscribe. Like, they say the same damn thing. Subscribe to my channel, comment, share, helps the algorithm. Like this, they're like so robotic. But a lot of them have a lot of good advice, a lot of good information, and it's good to understand what female nature is. But if you want to know why women are the way they are, women are so bad, which, yeah, the behavior is very accepting of bad behavior nowadays. But why did it get to this? It's because of weak male leadership. Why do we... I don't have any... I hate this thing. I have no problem with women having the same opportunity as a man. Like, I think that women that do the same job should get paid the same, unless it's like based off of marketing, like a sports athlete or something like that, where it doesn't make any... just because you make just because you do the same job doesn't mean you get paid the same, because you're not bringing in anybody's attention in. It's like they don't say nothing about OnlyFans or anything like that. Like, guys don't get paid, or porn stars don't get paid the same. They don't say nothing about that, but it's always about what benefits them. But guys have done this. Guys have... there's no point for feminism anymore. There's no point. You're equal. You have the same opportunities. You can vote. You honestly, like, women are more superior to men now in our society. And then they continue to complain that they aren't, but they complain about the dumbest things. Another thing too with our society, what I've come to understand is there's a certain group of people that are protected by censorship on the left. It's a certain community that I can't really talk about, because I'll get probably my third strike, because I can't handle any type of criticism. A lot of these people are just looking for attention. The whole pronoun thing is not... it doesn't make any sense for real world. Like, you're lucky if I can remember your name. Honestly, you're lucky if I can remember your name. I'm not gonna remember what you want, what pronouns. I'm not gonna stop in mid-sentence and be like, oh, your pronoun is this. Oh, you're this, you're that. You sleep with this person. Like, I don't care, man. I'll call everybody dude. Who cares? Guy. Whatever. And it's just people wanting attention. That's all it is. That's why they do what they do. That's why they say what they say. They just want attention. don't, like I was trying to say yesterday about the youth, about them not having any wisdom. Do not look past these kids, man. Don't look past somebody that's like 20, that's got more wisdom than maybe you do. You don't know what they've learned. You don't know what they've been through. They might not have had like all the experiences. They might not have went through those experiences, but and sometimes they might be ignorant on some things, and they might not believe what somebody with more wisdom like me would say about things, until they actually live through it and they realize, wow, you know, running through all these girls just gets old. It's not about really the end result. The end result is cool, but it's more about the chase and the validation. That's why you do it. But you don't understand how much information is on this thing. You don't know how much time somebody spends learning about things on the internet. And you can become a master. You can get a master, maybe not a master's degree, but you can you could have as much knowledge as somebody with a master's degree with this technology right here. And you wouldn't even know. You don't know what a teenager's been playing video games and then listening to music, or not music, but like some podcasts, and learning all this stuff. You don't know what they've been through. Like, think that, oh, they don't know nothing, they're just stupid because they don't know nothing. Like, everything is out here, man, and it's getting more and more so. There's a lot of people who are asleep to truths, especially around my age and older. These people, like, their whole life and their identity is like work, like their job. And they don't understand anything that's going on. They don't want to know. They don't want to understand what's going on. They want to stay ignorant. They don't want to understand that, for instance, like in different countries like Sri Lanka and the Netherlands, they're telling farmers to, maybe not Sri Lanka, but in the Netherlands, they're telling farmers not to farm no more. And it's causing famine. People are like, why is there famine? Well, because they're making these farmers not farm anymore. And then you wonder why these people are protesting. Because of climate change. I mean, I think Sri Lanka did that too. In the name of climate change. Well, these people are still eating steaks, what they want to bang cows and all that. And these people are still emitting a huge carbon footprint, where I heard John Kerry, I think his name is, whatever, he's a globalist, environmentalist type of person, climate change person, but he's flying here and there. Why are you flying all these places when you have this technology right here? Like, why do you have to be there? You don't have to be any place. You can be on a camera like me right now, talking to folks. You don't have to be there in person. That's what's so great about the internet. And they're doing the same thing in Canada too. And people want to be ignorant, and like, ignorance is bliss, which is great until there's no food. And you wonder why there's no food, and now you're starving. You wonder why your dollar doesn't have any value anymore. You wonder why we're going through hyperinflation and prices are so high, because you're ignorant to what's going on. You don't want to pay attention. And at that point, it's like, okay, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe, well, it's like, just because I'm old, just because I've been on this earth longer, doesn't mean I know the damn truth. I just been asleep the whole time. Like these people who keep getting remarried. Like, what the, why? I just don't get that. I don't understand the point of getting remarried. Somebody put in my comments the point of life is having children. Not everybody wants to have kids. And what about the people who can't have kids? You know what I mean? It's like a woman, some women can't have kids, some dudes can't have kids. So, like, what? Should they just like get rid of themselves? You know, for me, dude, some of the things that the globalists say make sense. I don't understand why people want to keep having kids. Like people on my side keep pushing for people to have kids when there's kids on this planet who are like starving to death. That doesn't make any sense to me. That really just doesn't like what are you? So I keep my legacy going, or I keep the white race? Who gives a shit about any race? Like, seriously. Like, wait, can we get past the point where we stop looking at people based off of their race? Now, I get it. If there's a fugitive and we're looking for them and they get described, or a white man, he's got tattoos, he's about this tall, he's got long hair. Yeah, that makes sense. But like, why are people still stuck in looking at skin color constantly? And like, look, it's just, damn, man. Can we like evolve? When are we gonna evolve past it, dude? It's just annoying when I hear somebody talking about skin color, like stereotyping people. It doesn't matter what race they are, but when they start stereotyping everyone, it just gets annoying, man. It's just stupid. People stereotype themselves. Everybody wants to be in a group. And that's human nature. We want to be a part of a group. But it's like, you can't think for yourself. You can't think like who cares about race, man? It's about like who shares the same beliefs and culture. So hyper fixated on race. And there's injustices that goes on with every single race, man. And those should be pointed out and corrected for sure. But there's some of the stuff that people are just like coming up with, like, dude, you're just like, you just feel like this is racist, and it's not. It's just because it's you, man. You're the problem. You're the one that's offended because you think you're overthinking or something like that. It's not a big deal. You're just making a bigger deal out of it because you want attention or something like that. And that goes for any damn race. Man, it's whatever. I actually called off of work today. I was prepared to go into work, honestly. But my sleep was like, I think I went to bed like at 10. I woke up at 2 in the morning. I could not go back to sleep, which is so funny because I wake up at 4 in the morning, and then as soon as I called off, I went to sleep. It's so weird how that happens, where you wake up and your brain just won't shut off because it's like, man, I got a couple more hours. And then you just can't shut that damn thing off. You're just thinking about the dumbest things. And honestly, I just didn't want to be a dick at work, man. Like, I would have been a dick. So I slept when I called off. And now I'm going to the gym with something I'd rather do. This is what I want to do with my time. Work on my body. Develop my basketball skills. I love playing basketball, man. I love it. And when I say stuff like, like people don't want to work no more. Why don't people don't want to work? Because they don't get paid enough to work and to do that stupid job. That's why. Yeah. Why would you want to do something where when standard of living is up here, but you're getting paid this? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense, man. Another thing too, like, it seems like we're going through a recession, right? We're technically going through a recession. Get used to this inflation, man. Get used to hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is coming. In the next few years, they're not going to stop spending money, dude. Like, the government will not stop spending money. They are like a teenage girl with unlimited credit from her parents. That's what they are. They refuse to stop. They refuse to balance the budget. From what I'm hearing, the Federal Reserve, who's a private bank that has nothing to do with our government, but they're going to stop raising interest rates because I guess they realized, like, they stopped trying to fight inflation. That's how you stop fighting inflation. Well, it causes a recession too. Sometimes recessions are needed because companies are they don't know, like America. It was a well-run company, and then you keep spending money. You make lockdowns happen that shouldn't last as long as they did, and they're probably going to come back. And then you still got the same demand, but you don't have the supply. So prices are higher. This is being done purposely, and what people don't understand is America's dollar is number one right now, and every country backs their dollar with our dollar. That's what makes our dollar so powerful. Well, China and Russia, which people don't want to think about anything else, because I just want to focus on football all the time and science and fiction, non-fictional, fiction, whatever the hell, I can't think on the top of my head. Fake shit that's like TV shows and movies, and I just want to be entertained all the time. And not another thing too, real quick, before I forget, if you don't pay attention to what's going on and you want to be asleep, don't fucking vote. Don't fucking vote. If you don't want to pay attention, do a little bit of fucking research or critical thinking for yourself, don't fucking vote. Fucking globalists and the fucking NWO rely on ignorant voters. That's why Biden got in there. China and Russia and some other countries, I think like Brazil, they're gonna have that's gonna be the number one currency. Why? Because it's actually backed by things. It's backed by gold and commodities. When ours is backed by nothing but our military. So what's gonna happen? The same thing that happened in Venezuela. Look at what happened in Venezuela. Venezuela was highly prosperous until socialism took over. The only thing they really exported was oil and gas, or oil, whatever. We don't make shit, man. We rely so much on other countries to make our shit. Well, other countries are gonna be like, fuck you. Well, our dollar's gonna become worthless. That's another reason why people have this feeling. Why am I going to work? Why am I doing this? I feel like I'm waiting for something. Yeah, it is, because it is pointless. Because people like me, people in my position, are gonna get fucking railed coming up, man. If you're in my, if you, I'm on, the reason why I'm in on my position because I'm a single father investing everything I've had to make. I've had any opportunity to invest anything in my retirement because I have to focus on surviving right now. That's what it's been the last 20 years. And people, well, you should get a second job, man. Okay, my second job is making sure my kids are raised right and they stay out of fucking trouble. I don't have the time to work a second job. Kids, I know this sounds weird to people who are fucking boomers, but kids need a parent that stays home. They're there when they need a parent always there. Or what happens? Shenanigans happens. Kids get bored. Kids get into trouble. We need to work, and then we'll give them money. That's just throw money. That's throw money at it. Continuously throw money at it. That's what the Democrats do. Let's just throw money and everything will be okay. And not get to the root problem. The root cause. Why do so many people have fucking mental illnesses nowadays? Why? I wonder if it's because parents want to try to keep up with the Joneses and care more about what other people fucking think about them instead of like putting time in their fucking kids. I'm gonna go ahead and I forgive myself for this, and I've already grieved this, but I just put this out there. When I was younger, I cared more about getting fucking pussy than playing with my damn kids. I'm not a kid person. I taught them things. I taught them how to swim. I taught them how to ride bikes, but I just didn't care about playing with toys. I taught them how to play football. I taught them that stuff. But I just was like, it's hard for a parent to want to play. It was for me anyway. But looking back now, inflating my ego, getting fucking pussy or whatever, that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. At the time, it meant a lot to me, but it's fucked up. But looking back now, I played with my kids, man. I'm not gonna say I did. I read to them when they were babies and shit. I played hide and go seek with them. I did play with them. I probably did more than the actual most parents do. But I felt like I could have done more. You know what I mean? I felt like I could have been more. But it is what it is. And I've apologized to my kids for mistakes I've made. And if there's any unresolved issues, I will apologize. I will listen. And that's what the boomers don't do, because they fucking think that they're always right and they don't fucking make any mistakes. They don't want to take accountability for their fucking fuck-ups. And then they wonder why is my kid rebelling against me? Why is my kid a fuck-up? Perhaps it's the environment that you fucking raised them in. Why is all these kids fucking lazy? Like you sit here, fucking millennials are lazy. Fucking Gen Z is fucking lazy. Why? Why? Who enabled that behavior? What the fuck do you have kids for? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, for people to tell other people to have kids, you don't know what kind of mental problems they have. Maybe they shouldn't be having kids. Don't be telling other people to fucking have kids, man. Seriously. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be fucking reproducing. In fact, there probably should be a big portion of people that should be fucking... this is fucked up to say. There probably should be a lot of people who are cut off, shouldn't be having any more kids because they can't afford the ones that they have. They don't give a fuck about the ones they have. They shouldn't be having any more kids. What for? Social status? Oh, to make my fucking parents happy? Fuck them. And another thing too is like, me raising my kids, me taking care of my kids, providing for them. That's my fucking job. My kids don't owe me shit. When I'm old, they are not responsible for me. So why do I want my kids to become independent as quickly as possible? So I can get my shit together, so I don't have to be a fucking burden on them when I'm older. So they don't have to fucking worry about me. This is where the boomers are. Like, here's a rude awakening for you fucking boomers, man. Like, here's a rude awakening. I'm going to tell you right now, Social Security is going to fucking run out, okay? And then you're going to not be able to work no more because you can't physically work no more. And then you're going to ask your kids, who you fucking abandoned emotionally when they were kids, for material shit, or immaturity, or fucking being alcoholic, choosing alcohol over your fucking family. And you're going to wonder why they ain't fucking helping you out or taking care of you. Probably because they can barely take care of themselves because of the fucking... You fucking people have put our country in such a fucked up situation by the way you vote. A lot of you people are going to be fucking... a lot of people are going to be fucking homeless, man. A lot of people are going to be homeless. Just look at Venezuela. It's going to be way worse here because we're a bigger country. It's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. If I pissed off anybody, I don't mean to piss off anybody that... I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm just telling the fucking truth. That's all I'm saying. And the truth hurts. Medicine fucking hurts, man. Just like if we were going to continue to keep this financial system, what hurts? What hurts? Probably going through a depression. Getting rid of welfare. That fucking hurts. If we're going to keep this financial system going, less government. What would happen? People would starve to death. People would fucking die. Because we cannot continue this, man. We cannot continue this culture, this fucking society, the way it's going. It's not sustainable. It's just not. You think that America is untouchable. You hear about other countries. You think that we're not untouchable. You think, oh, because we're fucking... You don't see, most people don't fucking see that we're getting our rights taken from us. That we're getting the value, the wealth of our country sucked up and siphoned from us because of our fucking politicians. Look at them. Our Supreme Court said the Second Amendment is huge. And then you got Congress trying to push a bill for assault weapons bans and shit. And if you think that they're not going to go after every fucking gun, you're sadly mistaken. These people, every single one of the motherfuckers, Republicans, Democrats, fuck them both, who voted for this bill to go through, they should all go for fucking treason, man. All these motherfuckers. They're supposed to be defending the Constitution. They're not. They're trying to destroy it. And all this shit that happened with Biden. Oh, blah, blah, blah. This is an orchestrated demolition. That's what it is. They're all in on it together. The FBI, the fucking CIA, the media, big tech, this fucking company that's gonna ban me soon. Fuck it. care. It's gonna happen at sooner or later anyway. You fuckers you guys are shadow banning my growth anyway. YouTube will end up like cable. It'll be a fucking dinosaur. It ain't gonna fucking last. Cable's gonna be gone soon. Same with YouTube. Something else is gonna replace it because it just kills itself. Wow. This video is way too fucking long.